Hi guys, it's Sophie. Welcome to Spin a Good Yarn. This is going to be a knitting podcast slash vlog, I think. So just take you around with me for a little bit of time. I have been setting up my craft room and I'm so happy with how it's coming out. So I just wanted to kind of settle into some crafting up here, and I thought about doing a traditional knitting podcast, but I actually have no acquisitions and no finished objects. So I was like, it's not really a traditional knitting podcast. So what I thought I'd do is maybe do some work on my whips as a little bit of a vlog style through this week. It's midweek to midweek. I'm actually filming before I start work on Thursday. So maybe finish up on Wednesday. But I thought it'd just be nice to take you along with me and just do some crafty things. I've got a few whips that I'm working on that I will show you in a moment. We'll just do a really quick look at them. I also have my journal to catch up on. I've got quite far behind because we moved and just all the chaos of that. So I've got some back journaling to do. If I am too busy to write an entry, I try to write like a couple of lines in pencil just to remind me about what I wanted to capture that day, and then I can use the rest to kind of just reflect on anything else I want to reflect on. So I've got some of that to do as well. So I thought that could be kind of a fun video to show you. But yes, I will show you my whips just now, I think, and then I'm going to log into work a bit early because I've got the dentist later, and see how I get on. I do have one meeting today that is like a recording, so I probably will be able to knit a little bit through that one too. Okay, so there are 3 knitting whips that I am going to be working on through this video. The first is this one, which is a self-drafted little log cabin style blanket. I'm unsure whether I'm going to do panels just like this, like end out, or whether I will like potentially mirror them here and switch 2 of my colours around each time, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough yarn for that, but this is using up some hand spun, and I just thought that would be a kind of fun way to use some. I have these 2 yarns on deck as my next 2 colours, that's what I'm thinking at the minute, is kind of either seeing how I get to with the white, using the white as like an outline colour to go all the way around, and then adding on like my next square I'm picking up. So that's option number 1. I'm hoping just to keep some work on that one. It's good for scrappy DK bits for the centre and hand spun. Then the other 2 are like my main whips, and they're both garments. I'm not sure that having 2 garments on the go is for me. I found it a bit hard to get noticeable progress on both. So the first one is my clay tee. So I've worked the collar up, I've worked down to the underarm split, I've worked a sleeve on one side, and I'm just about halfway through the sleeve on this side. And I'm knitting it this way around because I've had some dye lot issues. You might be able to see, actually, it's quite subtle, but it definitely picks up in real life. Yeah, no, it picks up on camera. They're quite different shades of cream in these 2 dye lots. So what I'm doing is holding the 2 together, but I have one more dye lot of the brighter white than I do of this colour. So I'm going to be alternating schemes in the round in the body between these 2 together and this one held double, and I'll just do helical knitting the whole way around, and hopefully that doesn't show up too badly. So I wanted to get the sleeves all done so that it's all kind of consistent across the top portion of the garment, and then I will do my striping further down. So I'd really like to get the sleeve bound off this week and start working in alternating schemes for the body. I think that would feel like a really good spot to get to. I should have said, by the way, for this one I'd like to just get to the white, so 2 more loops. And then my other whip that I want to get some progress on is in here, and this is my Roma vest, which has seen a bit of love recently actually. So I finished the body and did the hem. I've picked up and I've worked the I-cord bind off on the sleeves. There's a few ends I need to weave in still, and I've done the button band on the left front, and you can kind of see, but there's nothing there on the right front, and I've still got to pick up and do the collar. So what I would like to do even if I don't finish it, is at least pick up the stitches and start working on the double knitting on the right hand side. This was a fairly small needle and it's a lot of double knitting. I think it was a 3mm needle, so I don't know that I'll finish the double knitting, but yeah, that's my aim for my 3 whips this week. I would also like, if I don't get up to date fully with my journaling, to try and do at least 2 pages every day, so that I'm doing 1 for each day that is coming up and 1 backfill, so that by the end of the week I should have a week's worth backfilled, and I think I probably have 2 weeks worth of filling to do. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys again later for how I get on. Probably going to do a little bit of knitting whilst watching that recording, that meeting recording first of all, I think. Settle into my day nice and gently. Hello. So it's Saturday now and we've had a really lovely morning. I had such a lovely lie-in because Tom's had quite a bit of time off lately. He's had a really bad tooth infection and I was just feeling a bit tired because it just means I've been like, you know, it's like when you have a baby or child and your partner's early, you just pick up a lot. So yeah, so I had a really lovely lie-in. I didn't get out of bed until like 9:45. It was amazing. And then we went out for brunch at this place called Pips, which is like a railway carriage and an old bus converted into a cafe. So we sat outside today, but it was just lovely. I got some knitting done on my clay tee. So I am most of the way through my first set of repeats on the body. So I have 4 to do. So yeah, about a quarter of the way through the body. Sorry, there are ends everywhere at the minute. But I'm getting a little bit of nerve pain, I think, in this arm from knitting. So I'm just going to try and switch things up a bit today and just try and be a bit mindful of that. And I thought I'd show you a couple acquisitions and then show you where I'm at with my cross stitch, because I think that's what I'm going to do in the snap time. I got 2 of these were all in like post Tour de Fleece sales. I got this colour from Ballihora in the BFL base, and the colour's called Globe Thistle, and I actually got 2 of these. And I want to ply it together with this one from Creative Anarchy, which is called Ravens Coming Home. And I want to do it as a 3-ply, so that we have just a little bit of this darker colour, but mostly this light blue. And I think I want to do that one as a shawl spin. So I'm not sure which shawl yet, but I think that'd be really lovely in the blues. I've really been feeling blue lately. If she'd have had more, I would have got a sweater quantity, I'm not going to lie, but these were the last 2 dyed up in Globe Thistles, so that's my plan. If she has more when I check, maybe I'll buy some more and actually spin up a full sweater quantity. And then the other one I picked up from Creative Anarchy on their sale was this one, which is called Beware of Crimson Peak. I've looked at this one a few times. It's a moody autumnal one, which I think I'm going to save until the 1st of September. For me, that's when I think autumn starts. I know technically it's still summer. And I want to spin this one up on my Turkish spindle that I got recently and tried out. So I'm hoping to spin this one a 4-ply, see whether I can manage that, and make a little pair of socks. So those are some fibre acquisitions, and my fibre stash is going to live in my craft room now, which is exciting. And then I have one cross stitch acquisition, because as a surprise I'm sewing, stitching my husband a little dragon cross stitch for his room, and it was just a tiny little project. So I just ordered the DMC threads that it needed. I'll put the pattern up and the designer and things here. I actually can't remember. But I've got some nice fabric for the first time. It's still Ada because I have cross stitched since I was 8 or 9, but I've never done it like I have done knitting or things where I've kind of taken it to that next level. So I'm not a beginner in terms of hours, but I'm definitely a beginner in terms of skill. Does that make sense? So yeah, so I just thought Ada would make more sense to me. I don't think I'm ready for linens yet, but that's really exciting. And then I think what I'm going to work on through this nap, I should have hopefully a good hour and a half or so, is just continuing on this next quilt block. And I'd really like to get this one finished today to be 10% done, because I think each quilt block is 5%, I think. So yeah, I'd really like to get that one done and just keep trying to put some time on this so that it can go up here and it doesn't look so blank. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get up to you now.
Saga, yes, and I PayPal'd her. It was only a few dollars.
Hey guys, so it's now Monday evening. I finished work and I just thought I'd update you quickly before I go and pick up my little boy as to where I've gotten to for this vlog. I feel like I've vlogged inconsistently, and part of me wonders if I make more content off this. So I'm going to do my outro. I think that it feels like it's been the right amount of time. It's been a little over a week, which is what I planned. So just thought I'd show you where I'm at with my whips, with my journaling, everything. So I have been on a side quest because I went to go get my tattoo. So first of all, I'll put some footage in of my new sheepy tattoo. I'm so excited. So I went and got this one from Shop Stick and Poke. I'll put her Instagram handle here for you. And I love them. So that's what I was in London for. And I planned on taking my clay tee to knit on whilst I was there, and I totally thought I'd finish it, but I ended up with quite a lot of stuff to have for an overnight, and just the way the timings all worked, I didn't want to carry around my bag and another really big project bag, so I ended up not taking that project with me. I took the start of a muscle bra, but it meant I did take my cross stitch with me for the train, and I have dove so deep into my cross stitch this week. So I think I had 2 maybe done. Yeah, so she's on a cross stitch game. I am stitching this one up for artwork to go behind me, and it is 4x4, so 16 squares total. So I'm working in this square now at the minute, and yeah, I'll be close to halfway done, sorry, soon hopefully, which is really exciting. And I've really enjoyed doing a bit of cross stitching. I haven't stitched for ages, and it's just feeling like a really nice thing. So you guys always know whenever I do the intro to my videos, I say knitting, spinning, and a little bit of sewing. I think we might see a little bit more sewing on my channel, just because I've got the bug a little bit, I think, coming into autumn, and it's usually a summer thing for me, but for whatever reason, maybe Tour de Fleece, I'm leaning hard into cross stitch as we end out the summer. So really pleased with my progress there. I also then have made pretty good progress on my journal catch up. So I'll make my way from here. So we were catching up. I have, I think, 4 pages that I didn't fill in, but we have filled in most of the big gap I had from when we moved house. So a very quick flip through, but just to kind of show what I've done. I think here was where we actually started from, maybe. So I have filled in like a lot of pages. I did some reflection pages. I've done some which were like of the day. I did some like knitting tracking, and I'm tracking slightly differently in here now. I had some tattoo inspo because I was getting excited about getting my tattoo. I still need to do the cover page for August, but I might do that at the month's end. And I think, yeah, so these are the only 2 blank pages I have. And then these 2 I need to write a bit on. So I'll try and do these tonight, and then I'll just have 2 to catch up on. But we are fully up to date. So I kept it up to date as well as doing my catch up. So yeah, that is where we're up to. I feel really glad I've managed to bring this all nicely back up to date. So yeah, this is yesterday. So this is my page. Yes, that's my page for today to fill in. I'm going to try and do 3 pages tonight and 3 pages tomorrow, and then I'll be totally done. So that feels really good. So that felt like, it's like a weird thing to call your journal a whip. But I bought this new journal and then I fell out of it immediately because we were moving. So it feels really nice to have that back together again. I also got, you probably saw it at the beginning, I also got myself a little clamp from London, the London Graphic Centre. I'm just going to mark the pages I need to look at actually while we're talking, which I was really excited about because I'd wanted one and just hadn't come across one. So I think I might do a bit of like reflection journaling in these 2 pages because not a lot of kind of come back to me about those 2 days. But these 2 days I do want to reflect on the days. This one we just had such a lovely family day, and we made my son like a massive cardboard house, and I took videos, so I just need to like clip some of those. And this one was the first time I ever did like a tempo run, and I felt quick and I felt strong, and so I want to reflect on that a little bit. Yeah, I just haven't quite had the chance to do all of that yet. So that's my journal, which is not quite as up to date. I wanted it done, but it's nearly there. And then last but not least, what you're all really here for is the knitting. So I was mainly working on my Roma vest and my clay tee. My Roma vest, I did finish up one of the button bands and I've picked up on the other side, but I honestly haven't worked any more than that. It's gotten hot again, it's got mohair, and I really struggle with it when it's hot. It's a hard one to work on, and my craft room is now an attic room. So I've done what I said I wanted to do, but I have done no more. And then the clay tee, I did think I was going to have finished. We are getting close. So I'm on my last repeat on the body now. You do like a repeat of 16 stitches to get the pattern, and then you do one more repeat of 14 stitches and then bind off, and it's just a normal bind off. And I am pretty sure I'm halfway through. I think I'm on row 6 of the repeats. So I have to do 10 more and then 14, and then the whole thing is going to be done. So very nearly done with my clay tee. So I feel super proud. So hopefully you'll see those again soon in another video. Hopefully it's been fun to see me get some progress on my whips. I kind of feel like bad I didn't finish anything because I really wanted to finish something in this video, but otherwise I think I do this a lot. I'll film and then it feels like it's taking so long that then the old footage feels less relevant, and so I just don't upload, and I need to get rid of my perfectionism and press film and just go for it and show what I'm making. But yeah, I am particularly proud of this progress. To say I had 1 or 2 squares done, I feel like I've made some beastly progress here. My plan tonight is to stitch this next square, I'm trying to do 1 a day, and then knit on my clay tee. And I might be able to do a little bit of knitting in my work meetings tomorrow. Sometimes if I'm in meetings that I don't need to type in or write notes in and I'm just listening, I will knit on something like this that's just stocking it in the round. So I might make a little bit of progress on that tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully this has been fun to watch, and wish me luck in eventually finishing my Roma vest, getting my clay tee off the needles. I think that will feel really nice to have cleared a few knitting whips off the line. I'll chat to you guys again soon in my next video, and look after yourselves until then. Bye!